Look, it's a Nation FM Drive. The hashtag is Afro Wednesday. I am hanging out with Buff, straight out of Nigeria. He's in the country, yes, the guy behind Badadan. And he's got an EP that is how long now? How old?
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
But before we can get to talk about your EP, let's talk about your name. It is not really spelled as Buff, but it is pronounced as Buff. You know, the first time I knew you, I was like, this is probably Suf or something.
Some say 6
because
off.
of the 6 off. Tell me, what is the the thought process behind your name?
Okay, so first of all, the name Buff comes from my stature.
Okay.
Yeah, the way I am.
Yes.
And then so the 6 is just to make it unique. So when you go online and you're trying to find me, you just find me straight up. And when you go to Google and then you put in Buff, there's a lot of Buff.
Of course. So you decided you're going to be creative
so it's
with
easy
that.
to find me. Yeah. So and then the 6 looks like a B with a curve. You understand? So it makes sense that way.
Exactly. You're a producer. You are creative.
Yeah.
So you started off, of course, as a producer. Then you transitioned into music.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you?
The transition?
The transition from,
yes,
being a producer
I'll
to
be
a
honest,
singer.
it was difficult because at that point I was trying to find my sound. I was trying to discover myself.
Yes.
So it took some time, like a couple of years before I was able to this is the sound I want to bounce on.
Did you want to not sing at all? Because it's very challenging and it's taking years.
Initially, I never planned to be an artist. I never ever planned to be an artist, but it happened that way because I'm a label owner.
Yeah, okay.
I own my label. Okay,
Right.
so I signed an artist some years back, and then we fell out, and then my label was just there. And due to the experience I had with the artist, I was skeptical on getting another artist to my label.
Right.
You understand? So I decided to start recording songs.
Exactly.
And then it turned out to be great. And then from there.
All right. Are you looking to sign more artists in your label?
Yes, I think it's a lucrative business, but not for now.
Not for now. All right. So you're in the country, and of course, you're going to meet quite a number of artists.
Yeah.
Kenyan artists. Are you going to another East African country after Kenya?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be in Tanzania and Uganda.
And Uganda.
Yeah, this week.
So who are some of those artists in Kenya that you have identified? And you might also want to do a remix of the song Better Than With.
Okay, yeah, Bien of Stature.
Oh my God, yes.
And then Calligraph Jones.
I don't know if you know this, but Bien has been featured in the list of Vice President of the
Really?
United States. One of his latest songs featuring a Tanzanian guy called Darasa. The song is on the Vice President Kamala Harris. On her list of the songs that she listens out of America, that is in Africa. That's really big. Good. That's really big. How did you get to know Bien? Did you just listen to his music?
I know Stature Soul, and I listened to Stature Soul. There was this song Stature Soul, Burna did with Stature Soul, and I liked Bien's verse on that song.
All right.
Before then, I've known Stature Soul though.
You have. You talk a lot about Burna Boy. He is your mentor. Or role model, if you like. You love...
He inspires me.
He inspires you a lot. What about him do you really find inspiring?
His lyrics.
Deep, yeah?
Yeah, his lyrics are deep.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. All right, let's now talk about you having studied computer science. And then you are in music. This is a very tough course.
You mean like it's 2 different directions?
I don't think it is, because it's basically matters computer. And when you're producing songs, you are on
in
your
the
computer
aspect
for quite some time.
Aspect of sound engineering,
Yes.
it applies.
Why did you study computer science?
Because when I was younger, I always liked to fix electrical stuff. Like I liked working on the computer. I just liked anything that has to do with gadgets.
Right.
You get, and then normally I was supposed to go into IT. That was the plan until music took over.
Right.
But yeah, I've always had love for computers and everything about computers.
So straight out of uni, did you sort of practice computer science?
No,
before you
when I left uni, that was the end of everything school.
That was it. So assuming today music doesn't work out for you, hypothetically, but it will definitely work out for you. It is working out for you.
God.
What are you going to do?
Because I have a business I do by the side, so yeah, I'm covered.
You're covered. You're covered.
Yeah, I'm covered.
So your 3 months old project, which has 4 amazing jams, is out. But what's very interesting is the title, from bad to evil.
Bad meets evil.
Bad meets evil. That's right. Why that title?
Yeah, so it's a collaborative EP.
Yes.
With me and Resman. Yeah, shout out to Resman though.
Yeah.
A very big shout out. So bad meets evil. Bad. No, what happens when bad meets evil?
I don't
it's
know.
probably chaos or pandemonium or something crazy or something disastrous. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the idea. Like he's bad, I'm evil. I'm bad, he's evil. So we are meeting each other to do something. So definitely it's a bomb.
Yeah.
So that's the idea.
Anybody who has not listened to this EP, what are you telling them?
Who hasn't listened to it?
Anybody who hasn't listened to this, now what are you telling them? What's in this EP that they must not miss out on?
Oh yeah, they need to hear that there's a new sound that they haven't heard of. Yeah, it's a new vibe entirely. The lyrics, the message that the songs are passing, the messages the songs are passing. Is really inspiring. I feel like you are missing out if you've not copped your own copy of the EP.
Where can we find the EP?
On all stores, iTunes, Audiomack, Boomplay. It's on every store.
All right. Something very interesting also is that you did actually produce a jam that has got Burna Boy featured in.
Yeah.
And it was not released.
It wasn't released yet.
Do you sort of seek some closure on that? Because this is a big artist. Imagine a song out there with your biggest inspiration in it. You have produced it. It's of course mileage. How do you feel about it not being released? And have you sought closure of any kind?
Yeah, this happened in 2016. Yeah. The artist's name is Chorus. Yeah.
Okay.
So the title of the song is Roommates, and then we recorded the song. I did the samples.
Yes.
Because my beats, I usually do samples, vocal samples on them.
Okay.
So I did the beat, and then Chorus vibed, and then they sent it to Burna Boy, and Burna Boy did his verse. And so but what happened was that I think Burna Boy's manager, which was his mom at that time, had a problem with the label owner.
Okay.
At that time, they had some discrepancies. So so we didn't fall through. I don't know. I think it had to do with some financial disagreements or something like that. So we didn't fall through.
Did you get compensation for your work?
Compensation?
Yes.
No, at that time I was just an in-house producer. I was doing it for the love, nothing like contracts, nothing. I was just producing.
Right. And did you meet Burna Boy, or you just received his verse?
No, never. But we should have met if there was going to be a video.
Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that was the plan, but it never came true, and I was very disappointed.
I mean, it's so disappointing. I'm very sure it took you some time to heal.
Because sometimes I used to have the song on my phone, and then I always listen to Burna's verse on that beat, because I was always like, Burna's on my beats. I was so happy.
True. That's really true. Apart from Burna Boy, who are some of the artists that you also draw inspiration from?
Globally or Nigerian?
The whole world, put them together.
Kanye West.
Let's go to Nigeria.
Burna, then I think it's
really
just
love Burna Boy. You really love Burna Boy. All right, we've got a No Pressure coming up for you. It is by Buffy. I'm hanging out with him here before we can conclude the interview in the next hour. Remember, you can always send in your question, whatever you want to know about this guy. We will ask him right here. Where can we find you on social media real quick?
Buff Zaddy, 6UFF ZADDY.
Buff Zaddy,
yeah.
Okay.
If you just put 6UFF on, it will suggest. Handle,
exactly. So find him on social media right now, engage with him, and everything is out there on his socials.